Hello, friend. Take a moment to settle into a comfortable position. Allow your body to be supported. Allow your shoulders to soften. Relax your jaw, unclench your hands, and gently close your eyes. Take a slow breath in through your nose and exhale gently. Again, breathing in and breathing out. One more time. Allowing yourself to arrive exactly where you are. Not where you were, where you think you should be. Just here, just now. Let's just be. As we begin, notice the simple miracle of your breath. Effortless, steady, ever so faithful. Life moving through you without asking anything of you, without demanding perfection or requiring you to figure everything out. Just breath and life. Just this moment. There comes a point on this journey when something begins to change. At first, the path can feel like work. We learn to pause before reacting. We learn to breathe through discomfort. We learn to observe our thoughts, and we learn to rise above our emotions. We learn to choose love instead of fear again and again, moment after moment, choice after choice. And this is beautiful. This is part of the path. But there comes a moment when something softer emerges. A moment when you realize that you are no longer constantly trying to rise above. You no longer need to climb over every wave or wrestle every thought. You no longer need to convince yourself to trust. Something deeper and quieter has settled in. Something gentler. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine putting down a heavy backpack. A backpack filled with effort, with striving, with trying to get somewhere and trying to become someone. And for this moment, simply rest. Notice how much of life has been spent trying to get through the challenge, get through the grief, get through the uncertainty, get through the discomfort, get through the day. And perhaps there was a time when breathing through it was exactly what you needed. But today the invitation is different. Today the invitation is to relax into it. Relax into this breath. Relax into this body. Relax into this moment. Relax into this life. Not because everything is perfect, but because you are beginning to trust. Trust the perfection that exists beneath appearances. Imagine yourself sitting beneath a vast sky, the same sky that has always been there, open and endless, ever so infinite. For years, perhaps you noticed only the clouds, the worries, the fears, doubts and stories, judgments, the endless movement of the mind. And every day you practice watching the clouds, breathing through the clouds, releasing the clouds, allowing the clouds. But today something different happens. Today you notice the sky, the vastness, the stillness. peace that was never disturbed by the clouds, the peace that was always there, the peace that is your true nature. Rest there for a moment, not chasing or creating peace, simply recognizing it. Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, allow your awareness to expand. Imagine yourself becoming as vast as the sky itself. Thoughts may still arise, emotions may still arise. Life will continue to unfold. They no longer carry the same weight. Not because you've become different or indifferent, but because you have become rooted. There is a grounding that comes from surrender, a grounding that no longer requires effort and no longer feels like a practice. It simply becomes who you are. You trust, not because you have all the answers, but because you've stopped demanding them. You surrender, and not because life always goes your way, but because you have discovered something deeper than your presence. Deeper than your preferences. You rest, not because nothing happens, but because you know that whatever happens, you will meet it with love. Allow those words to settle into your heart. Whatever happens, I will meet it with love. Again, whatever happens, I will meet it with love. Imagine now that you are walking through your day. Conversation arises, challenge appears. A disappointment arrives or a plan changes. Years ago, perhaps your mind would have immediately gone to work trying to fix and solve and control and protect and manage every outcome. But now, you pause, you smile, and you breathe. You notice something else. A wink from God, a reminder. A moment of grace, a coincidence that isn't really a coincidence. A person appearing at the right moment, a message arriving at the exact right time. A bird crossing your path, a number that catches your eye. A feeling in your heart, a whisper of knowing. You begin to see that God has been speaking all along, not only through the grand moments, but through the ordinary ones. The sacred hidden within the simple, the divine woven into every day. Take a moment to reflect. How many winks have you already received? How many times have you been guided, protected, supported, held? Even when you couldn't see it, even when you doubted, and even when you feared. Allow gratitude to arise, not forced gratitude. And not gratitude because everything went according to plan, but gratitude because you can now see the hand of grace moving through it all. The challenges, the lessons, the surprises and the blessings, the detours, all of it. Part of the unfolding, part of the awakening, part of the remembering. Bring your awareness to your heart. Imagine a golden light glowing there, warm and steady, so loving. The light asks nothing of you. It doesn't ask you to be present. Does not ask you to be perfect. It does not ask you to have all the answers. And it does not ask you to control your future. It simply invites you to rest, to to trust, and to receive. Let yourself be held by that light. Let yourself be supported. Let yourself stop trying so hard, not because you are giving up, but because you are finally allowing yourself to be carried by something greater than your own effort. For the next few moments, simply rest. No striving or seeking, no fixing, just being. As we prepare to close, place your hand over your heart. Feel the life within you, the stillness beneath the movement, the peace beneath the thoughts, love. Feel the love beneath every experience. And silently repeat, I relax into grace. I trust the unfolding. I am held by something greater than myself. I see the divine in every moment. I welcome the winks from God. I rest in love. I rest in trust. I rest in peace. Take one final deep breath in, receiving all the grace available to you. And slowly exhale. When you're ready, bring your awareness back to your body, back to the room around you. Softly wiggle your toes and your fingers. Open your eyes. Carry this knowing with you. You do not have to keep rising above every wave. Sometimes the deepest wisdom is simply learning to float, to trust, to relax into grace, to see the divine in every moment, and to serve the moment in front of you with love. One love. I love you.